Do a custom club in under 5 minutes again, but this one with a twist. Welcome back to the McGolf shop, and what we're going to do is another custom club under 5 minutes, but we're going to interrupt in a few spots because I want to talk about the fitting. Now, what we had was a gentleman from north of Detroit come down. That's a heck of a drive. Shorter fellow with a very vertical stance, and we will talk about what we chose and why. So why did we choose what we chose? Well, because Rick is kind of a shorter fellow with a very vertical address, but not very much of a vertical swing. He's compensated with a taking it to the inside, dropping it in, kind of almost flat swing, but not necessarily. And that's the reason why you do the dynamic fitting, is because if you would have just watched this guy stand up to it, you would have said, oh man, this guy needs 4 or 5 degrees upright. Not necessarily. So once we got the right length underneath of him, we only really had to go about 1 degree upright in order to get him to going to the left, which is where he wanted to go. So just a quick adjustment and boom, we're there. So now you're going to see day 2 here coming up, and that'll be the finishing product, and then we'll talk about it at the end. So stay tuned for some more. what you saw in the Custom Clubs in 5 minutes is a Wilson C300 cast club for a gentleman that is from north of Detroit. He took about a 5 or 6 hour trip to get down here, and we ended up putting KBS Tour 90s and our Flex and some Golf Pride CP2 wrap undersize on there, and we regained some lost distance and some more control. So what you saw was a bit of frequency matching. I know that you saw some of what I was writing down as part of the build. I did end up adding some weight to the heads. I ended up adding some weight to the heads because of the heavier weights that were at the other end, and it kind of works out that was where we were wanting to kind of go anyway, so that worked out pretty good. So as you're seeing, I'm putting on the coat of wax, and we'll be sending out a spec sheet and making sure loft and lies are all good, and away it goes. So Rick, thank you for coming all that way from north of Detroit, and your clubs will be coming to you shortly. And thank you, and let's see your scores. Go low. Oh, that's what I want. More things to go wrong.